let's go ahead and get this popping, man.
Let's do
Let's
it.
get this going.
I'm ready.
Let's get this going.
Let's do it.
We're going.
Hey, by the way, if you hear crickets, it's because there's a random cricket next to me.
Oh,
It's alive.
Okay.
It's alive. It's alive.
You like your pet?
It's not a pet, but it thinks it lives here in the house.
I mean, you're saying this like you've met this cricket before.
No.
You're like, yeah, no,
just here.
Arnold is he's a feisty guy. He took my tea the other day.
I got my headphones on that are soundproof. And so I can't hear it, but I see it. And so it might be getting picked up in our recording, like click, 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 click.
Okay, well, everyone, if you hear a cricket, Reginald the Cricket, we're gonna call him. Reginald the Cricket. I think I called him Ronald before, but I like Reginald better. That's more of a.
Reginald sounds more official.
Yeah, Reginald has a what do they call those? The monocle. He's got a monocle.
Reginald.
Yeah,
a cricket.
Ooh, chap, please, could you scoot over? Social distancing. My
You don't have to worry about Reginald anymore. Melanie just dropped the shoe on it.
Oh, my goodness. There it is. There's our weird
there
thing.
It is. There it is.
Wow, Mel. Thank you for providing
It was a short but sweet time we had with Reginald.
Oh, why are we laughing at the death of such a dignified gent? Oh, sorry. Sorry,
no,
old
he's
chap.
like, not in my house. I could just imagine Reginald somewhere. And then,
oh, man. Welcome to the Urban Prophets Podcast.
Welcome.
I don't know where that accent came from, but I guess it means that I'm excited to be with you today, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Donovan Childs, and my co-host, my brother, his name, he'll tell you. Go ahead, tell them.
My name is Icky Timey.
Yes. He sounds. Your accent sounds like the crook, the robber, the guy that's hiding under the bridge with the dagger to steal your purse. You know.
I'm gonna put that into my repertoire now.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right. Well, accent gone. There we go. All right. We're back to normal.
Welcome back.
Hey, y'all. Good to see you. Glad you're listening to us on your drive or while you're washing dishes or fold laundry or maybe actually just sitting there to listen to this.
I tell you what, it's worth it.
It's worth it. I'm telling you. Mercy me. You're going to love it. Oh, yeah. Today's episode is called The Chill Pill. And here's why. Brothers and sisters, siblings of the earth. It's because we needed to just kind of chill out a little bit.
Yo, chill out.
You know what I mean? Like, we've been going with some pretty... some substantial I can't talk now. Beefy
robust.
Yes, robust. That's a word. Robust topics. And I know everybody likes that. But we wanted to just balance it out a little bit with a more chill episode. Just a little bit of chat and talk and some fun, you know? So we're gonna start with a check-in.
Because we're fun guys.
We're fun. No,
we're fun.
No,
come on.
I know where you were going. Well, we're fun human beings, individuals, people. We're gonna leave it. I'm not giving in. I will not give in. I will not. I'm not doing it. Nope.
So close.
Oh, you thought you were gonna get me. but I will not let it happen. I will not let it happen. Yeah, anybody who's like, what? You should consider yourself blessed that you don't know what what that joke is, where that was going. Yeah, but yeah, I thought we'd start with a little check-in, man. I mean, we be living our lives and doing our things, and it's good to just have a little, check-in to see how's life going, all of that good stuff. So let's do that. How are you feeling? How's life been? Like, as you reflect.
You know what? Thank you for that question.
Yeah.
It is so important for your mental health to check in and be checked on. So if you're listening, put us on pause and call somebody. Just say, hey, how are you doing right now?
Yeah, we'll wait. I guess we don't actually have to pause because they're going to pause. So we don't have to be silent, right? Because I was about to, literally wait. But no. That would just, when they would turn it back on, they'd be like, why is it still silent? Why is it so silent? Right. I paused it. So we're going to do that correctly. We'll wait. You go ahead and do it, and then when you're ready, just come back, and we'll be talking as we normally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or don't. We won't know.
Yeah, we won't know. we actually will not know. So, yeah. Great. But we're back. So, yeah, check in, bro. What's up? How's it going?
Okay. So, man, I think the two words I could think of to describe myself, at least today in this moment, in this current moment, screen fatigue.
Ooh, that's a word
fatigue.
Or two.
Yeah.
Yes, screen fatigue.
I mean, because you don't stop meetings, so you got as many meetings as you did before. You're not there, people.
Right.
And you can get more meetings in now because
you can literally.
Everyone's like Zoom.
Yeah, and that was, man. Was that another? Was that a joke, or was that you were just talking about zooming around?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, okay,
Zoom,
all right,
Zoom. Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, because the platform is called Zoom, so I didn't know if you were just like, Zoom.
It is.
Yeah. Anyhow,
that was
wipe
was
that away. Blow that up. Yeah, so screen fatigue. Fatigue.
Bro, man, cranking out sermons, cranking out meetings, cranking out devotional thoughts, cranking this and that. Like, I know you as a social content creator, man. I don't know how you do this,
dude. You know what?
And meetings.
You know what? I probably don't have as many meetings as you. I'm a guess. Because we work for the same company, but we have you're like an in the office what do they call it? Like a executive officer. So you're like you're in the office and you do meetings all the time. I'm like a out in the field person. And so they only check on me like if somebody says, if somebody writes a letter complaining about me, or if I have to be at a required meeting. Otherwise, they don't really, they ain't checking for me. As long as I haven't set something on fire or,
I've sent like 6 complaint letters. I'm surprised they haven't called you yet.
Well, they saw who it was from and they knew the credibility was
I used
less
the
than
names.
par. Oh, real? Yeah.
Reginald.
But your spelling, maybe your spelling was off, and they're like, this is icky. It's like Reginald's not spelled with a J. Oh my gosh, this. It's not Reginald. It's Reg with a golly. Somebody please take Icky's pens away. Just please.
I need help. You know what? I sent out a Zoom meeting to all of the educational administrators for the meeting that we had yesterday evening, and I put conference wife week of prayer. Yes, conference wife. And you know what Melanie's been telling? My wife keeps telling me, when you send emails to the educational department, people who that's their job, make sure you correct that mess.
Dude, no, you know what? Okay, let me up. I got a doozy for you. So here's what I did today.
Bring it.
Because I do a prayer on Instagram every morning, Monday through Friday, 10:30. So if you're on Instagram, jump on that Don D's account if you want to get prayed for. But I was running late today, so I got everything set up, and I went to go live, and I just pushed the button, and then I was confused because I was like, did I freeze? What the? For like 8 seconds, and then I realized I pushed on my phone, took a picture of myself, and I had not pushed the live button, and so I was sitting there staring at a picture of myself for like 8 seconds, like, dude, what? I hate this internet, dadgummit Spectrum. I'm changing. I am changing services, and I'm sorry. I see that now. I have. Taking a picture of myself. That's what the camera function is for. So I need to actually push the live button to broadcast so that we can get this prayer going. The Lord is like, yeah, you need the prayer today, sir. Absolutely.
You should do a re-dramatization of that and video it. That's hilarious stuff.
Yeah, bro. Just be like, what is going? Why I'm not moving? What is happening? Dude, it was really freaking me out. Because seriously, like, I don't know if you've ever looked at a picture of yourself when you didn't know that's what you were doing. Yeah. It doesn't happen very often, but it was weird. I was like, because I didn't even know that lives on Instagram could freeze like that. I was like, this has not ever happened to me before. What is going on? So yeah, I went and told him because I was like, yeah, I can't keep that to myself. I gotta let other people know about this stupidity.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Dude, but you know what else No, go. You were going to say something.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, man.
I was just going to say, I was just going to say that I think my eyes are going for a trip. I think they're traveling. Because the bags they be carrying, oh, man. I'm like, why? What? Dang. Those are some serious bags.
Good Lord.
Good night.
You look as though you've gone a few rounds with Michael Tyson.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yes. Punch me in the face.
Why? What is going on?
I think that's part of getting old as well, though.
You just get bags?
My eyes aren't as voluptuous as they used to be.
Voluptuous eyes.
It's like they're too tired to get up. They're like, look, we're just going to hang out at the bar.
Like, we'll be here. We here. Whatever, man. You can see.
Yeah, you can see fine.
You don't need us all the way up.
You're sagging like my pants in the 90s right now.
Hey, there we go. Yeah.
Yo.
Dude. But you know what?
Anyways, moving on.
Something interesting that I have done in the past, really week. I mean, I did it, but it's really, this week was a revelation to me. So, being on, social media, trying to get this social media ministry thing going, trying to increase the reach and be creative and whatnot and so on and forth and such and whatever have you. I have had several of my family members who are all in there. Shout out to your tea time guest this past week. Tony and Tracy Ann, my cousins, who are pretty big with the social media world. They really out there doing their thing. But they would see my YouTube videos and they were like, dude, you should put these on TikTok. And I got another buddy, this music producer, and he used to, anybody know Max Diggy, DJ Daniel Jones, my guy from Northern Cali. He used to be back on YouTube like early 2000s, like when it was like first starting to be like, okay, you can actually like kind of get some momentum here on YouTube, and he was doing it. So I look up to him, and he was like, look, man. I know you might think this is kind of like a young space, but you might want to start getting on TikTok. And I was like, oh, bro, are you serious? And then Tony and Tracy Ann was like, yeah, man, you should get on TikTok. I'm like, oh, dude, but isn't that like the little kids? I mean, am I gonna look like a creeper around? Like, hey guys, what's going on? And I was like, I don't know, And I had put like a couple videos up there, and just sort of left it, didn't really think about it. But let me tell you, bro.
Tell me, son.
In the past week, this past week, I said, nah, man, I'm going to lean into this. And it has been extremely interesting.
Wow.
I have found that to be one of the most social medias, I think I would say. And it's crazy because...
Explain, please.
Yeah. So what I would say is it provides the functions, what it facilitates, it really facilitates community and connectedness. It actually provides more opportunities for you to connect in a less, it depends on what you do with the opportunities, but there's the potential for a lot of positive feedback. And here's how I discovered it, because everybody tries to grow their accounts, right? Everybody's trying to grow their accounts. And what they're trying to do on there is get their accounts big so they can, for whatever reason, either they can have more influence, people think they're more popular or famous or whatever. Everybody wants to grow their followers and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so, get exposure. And so what they do, I don't know who started this, but somebody had the bright idea to say, okay, you want to get big, I want to get big. I'm sure everybody on here wants to get big, so we can help each other get big. What we'll do is somebody will they have like these videos that are like grow your account videos, right? Or posts. Yeah. And so somebody will get on there and they'll be like, hey, let everybody, I know you have a goal. If you're a small TikTok account and you want to get to 10,000 or 20,000 or whatever, he says, the person will be like, all right, so jump on this video, like this video, share this video, follow me on my account, and when you've done all that, then comment in there like I did it or done or support or whatever word they want to say. And they says, and then everybody who likes your comment, follow them. And everybody likes everybody's comment because they want everybody to follow them. So everybody's liking everybody's stuff, everybody's following everybody's stuff, and everybody is kind of like growing together. And it's fun and it's cool because you can do stuff on there, like you can take the audio from somebody else's video if they allow it, if they give you permission, and you can use that audio in your video. And then when you use their audio, it notifies them that you've used it. So now if it's somebody that you've never heard of before, or that doesn't know you, when you use their audio, then they get a notification and they'll be like, oh, hey, this person was interested in something of mine. And so they're there.
That's pretty cool.
And then they have this other function where you can duet a video. So if somebody likes, somebody did a dance or something, and they're like, dude, that dance was dope, you can actually duet the video, so then it has their video and yours side by side, and you can be like reacting when they do a move, you'd be like, yo, that was dope, or whatever. And now you're connected because they see that you duetted their video, so you're connected. So I did something, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm trying to push positivity and support. So I created a video that is intentionally made for people to duet it. And the whole thing is me, giving compliments to the other person, that whoever chooses to duet it. And I'm telling them, like, look, this person right here, you need to have them as your friend. This is the person you need to have as your friend. Yo, smile for them real quick.
Wow.
Yo, give them a cool little pose or whatever. And so, when you're talking, whoever duets it, they'll like respond as if they're acting with you in the video. And then at the end, I'm like, you see what they did? You see how dope that was? Go follow them right now. Go like all their comments. Go do all that stuff. And when you do that, it's supporting the people and they like it. And so they do it. And so like I've met people that I have no idea that I would ever meet in life because of these ways that TikTok facilitates community and growth. And like, seriously, let me tell you something. I made one decision that I think is going to revolutionize how I approach people from now on. I said, I'm going to accept everybody with no judgment. regardless. I'm just going to be everybody who reaches out to me in any way and is like, hey, I want to be your friend or I want to join you. I'm going to not block them. I'm going to just let them in. And so I have, as a result of that, I have several Trump 2020 TikTok friends.
Wow.
Which is very much the opposite of my political views. But one guy that I talked to on it's interesting because there's the other interesting thing about TikTok, which is I learned a lot about TikTok this week, as you can tell. But I know, right? It's crazy. And all the kids are like, dude, like that's so basic. What the heck, man? I'm like, listen, man, I'm 40 years old and I learned this stuff. All right, so let me have my moment. What's cool about it is I've noticed this, that a lot of people will say things like, I want to have fun on here. I want to be positive on here. So I'm not going to be talking about politics and all. I'll leave that for Facebook. It's like when people want to do their battling and all that stuff, they like, that's my Facebook persona. But on here on TikTok, I want to have fun. I want to be positive. I want to make connections. And so there's a lot of people who have said that. And because people have that mindset, even when, as long as somebody's not pushing negativity at them, they're very receptive. Dude, seriously, like everybody is accepting of each other. I haven't reached out to anybody who's been like, no, that's okay, pass. And I talked to this dude this week. He's a veteran, and he had this video where he was just talking about the disgust. He's like, man, I can't believe some people found out that Trump has COVID and they actually want him to get sicker and they want him to die. And he's like, what's wrong with you people? And so I commented on his post and I was like, yeah, man, that's terrible. I am absolutely not a Trump supporter at all, but I do not wish him dead. I hope that he gets smooth recovery and he gets back to health, and that he can continue living life. And just based off of that post, this dude and I had a whole exchange. He was talking to me about how his whole reason for getting onto TikTok is he's a veteran. He's older than me, and he was like, my whole reason for getting on here is to see how many veterans I can connect to and talk to them about the potential for wanting to commit suicide and how you can prevent that, or how you can work through that. He says, because I had that myself and I worked through it. He has the bullet that he was going to use, and he saves it so that he can remind himself that he is strong enough to get past it. And so he's like, that's my message on here. And and I want to reach other veterans and just be friends with people and try to, keep positive vibes going. And I'm like, dude, that is awesome. That's amazing, man. It is. The other cool thing about it is that because of everybody's trying to grow, but everybody supports everybody else growing, you grow way faster than you do on other platforms. Like when I jumped on there, bro, I think I had maybe 30 followers. It's like your aunts, your uncles, your cool neighbor down the street that you're like, hey, I'm on TikTok. They're like, oh, cool, I'll get it too, and whatever. But so when I jumped on there, probably even at the beginning of this week, bro, I had 20, 30 something. But right now at this point, I'm already over 1,000.
Wow.
In 1 week, bro. It's crazy. Because I didn't think it was fast. Yeah, dude. I didn't think about that. I was like, okay, these grow party things, is this real? I was like, okay, let me join one and see what's happening, and I'll like it. And I was like, dude, in one day it was 200, 300, 400, 500. I was like, whoa, dang, dude, people are really trying to. Now there is the dark side of that. Because they have the dark side. It's weird. It's just a weird feeling. Cause it's it's almost like being in the stock market or like at an auction or something. Cause there are these people that they'll go live on TikTok, and the whole reason they do these live events or they broadcast live is to grow people's accounts. So they'll be like, all right guys, let's get it going, and they'll call out like 5 or 6 names. They'll be like, okay, in the comments I want you to do like all yellow hearts, and everybody, when you see all the yellow hearts, go follow that person, and so that person will do it. But while they're doing it, everybody else is like, oh, me too, and so it does get kind of weird because all the comments are whatever names that person calls out, everybody's supposed to be like commenting and liking their stuff, but are they official? Do they officially work for TikTok? No, it's just people on there that just figured out that they were like, hey, this is what people want, so let me facilitate that. So it helps them as an individual grow their own account, but it also is an avenue for all these other, and people love it because them things be full. It'd be like 20,000 people in a live trying to get everybody to follow their accounts. Wow. It's crazy. So that's why you feel kind of weird in there, because you're like, all right, I came in here to connect with people, but is this like a greed grab? Like what are we doing in here? But it's like, if you think about it, it's like if somebody says, dude, I'm having this live, every name that I call out, guaranteed you're gonna get $1,000. Everybody gonna be in there trying to get that $1,000, right? For sure. It can get. It's still mostly civil. The thing that makes it kind of shady, and I actually got this from listening to the lady who was running the live. She was like, I don't know why you guys are spamming all of these, like, get me, grab me, get join my account. She says every time you're doing that, you are missing, you're first of all, you're not doing what you're supposed to do in here, which is support the names that we are asking everybody to follow. She says, like, she says, I'm going to give opportunities for you to, connect to people and get followers and whatnot. But when you are trying to spam and you're not supporting people, you're actually missing out on the opportunity to grow, because you're only thinking about yourself. And because usually what happens on there is that when you follow somebody, they will follow you back. So it's interesting. It's actually like a kind of like a biblical principle, because it's like this whole thing of support. Like, you help me, I'll help you. But if you're trying to get everything for yourself, you're actually missing out on all of the support that could be yours. It's interesting.
Like that's kind of like human nature, man.
Yeah.
Anytime you create a system, someone is going to be trying to take advantage of somebody else.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
Man, I wonder how much of this has real life principles to consider about community. Because community really has changed. It's not the same.
Oh yeah.
When we say something like community of faith, well, the word community's gotten a little ambiguous this last few months.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Interesting.
But
you got me thinking on a deeper level, man.
About
from TikTok,
right? What the
mercy?
But I gotta tell you, here's something else too. When we say things like there's no limit to what God can do, the Holy Spirit has no bounds. We don't really fully understand how true that is, because I had never thought about being on here on TikTok, and I'm gonna tell you, this has probably been the most positive experience with the greatest impact in the shortest amount of time. Like, all the people that I met on there, we've had positive exchanges, and there's actually a lot of people that are Christian on there. It's pretty Christian friendly, because there's a lot of content creators on there that are putting out Bible verses or prayers or like spiritual, good vibes and information and stuff like that. and everybody's receptive to it. There's not like a bunch of bashing when people express their faith or their spirituality and that kind of thing. And it's interesting because everything I do on there, like I had said, I'm gonna try to, on social media, I'm gonna be preaching and sharing spiritual stuff, and I do that. Like the majority of my personal content was like that, but through this week it's transformed to be like more well-rounded, as in like doing positivity, practicing support, like things that are biblical, like that are just good values, good virtues, good principles. And sometimes people don't think about that as ministry because you're not saying Jesus this and this scripture and that scripture and let me pray for you and anoint you through the screen and whatever like that.
Anoint you through the screen.
But it's such a positive impact in relationships just from doing things that are positive, just from doing something nice. Like when I try to find on there the smallest accounts that I can find and go and start liking their videos and start making comments on their things, or like doing duets with them. People that don't have a lot of exposure. Not that I'm also very small and starting to grow, but I've seen and I have felt a really like positive vibe when like I create a duet video and then I see like a little shy kid that has an account and then they're interacting with my video and I'm like, oh, look at this cute kid. They're kind of like coming out of their shell. They're having like a little bit of fun, that they may not normally have, and then I'll go and I'll like, one of their cat videos or whatever, and the quality is like terrible and you're like, bro, right. You like this your first time holding the camera, or but you go on there and you say, oh, that's awesome, man, you look like you're having a lot of fun with your cat. You throw some smile emojis and hand gestures or rainbows or whatever, and it's a good time. It's a real good time, So yeah, it's really interesting how goodness, which comes from God, is cultivated and fostered in a very organic way that is not overtly driven by specifically religious-laden content.
Wow.
And it makes me think maybe that is what heaven is really all about. Ooh. It's about goodness and an overall, positive, good vibes that everybody's feeling, which supersedes their differences. Because there's a lot of people with differences, but dude, we might need to change the title of this episode to The Gospel According to TikTok or something. TikTok. Gospel around the clock. I don't know. But
I wonder how many of our listeners actually have TikTok.
Yo, if y'all have TikTok, find us up on there. You need a TikTok.
Yeah. Drop us a quick email. Let us know. Yeah. You've almost got me convinced, bro. You've almost got me convinced. I'll tell you what. If I wasn't so fatigued with
life,
I probably would. I would have said yes to your testimony, because right now you're testifying.
Yes.
To the gospel of TikTok.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy. I had all this stuff.
It's got me thinking. I'm like comparing and contrasting the things you're saying. Like I'm comparing and contrasting to real life community, to other digital platforms. It's got me just thinking about that whole thing and like what are the implications of a social media like TikTok doing what it does and how it transforms the way we think about connecting with human beings.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got me you're talking and it's really got me thinking about all this.
Seriously, man. It's if I may be so bold, because okay, I'll be bold and then there's a caveat, but let me be bold first. I think that there are huge chunks of TikTok that are truly an embodiment of the gospel. I would say that because of everything we just talked about. Now, I know there's also negativity and people making fun and, you know, all that in there as well. But I mean, my experience, and I mean, again, it probably is something like you get in what you get out what you put in. But, you know, so if you're approaching it in positivity, then the majority of what you're getting back is also positive. But, you know, I think it happens very naturally. Like it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel forced. Like there was this one post that I saw today, and this lady was like, "Welcome to TikTok, where you tell complete strangers that you love them. So, hello, friend, I love you." And that was her whole video. But let me tell you, she got a whole bunch of people saying "I love you" back to her on that video. You know, so, and it didn't feel weird. It didn't feel weird. You know, this random strange white lady that I don't know, and I'm telling her I love you on TikTok.
Man, I feel like there's a social science project in here somewhere, man. Like, oh my goodness! I wonder what we'll see if we look back in 10 to 12 years on how TikTok affected our lives, and I mean, because. You know, in the real world, the truth is, when you are positive or when you support someone or when you do good for someone else, that there's a return there.
Yeah.
People don't often realize, but when you do good and when you treat others right, it actually feels good to our spirit to do so.
Yeah.
And it sounds like TikTok is more available to that than obviously Facebook is. Facebook is a lot more like, you know. And I don't know if like Twitter and Facebook tends to have more trolls, and TikTok just doesn't have that kind of social setting for trolling. And but
the way it's designed,
interesting, Donovan.
The way it's designed is I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's you get in it what you get out what you put in. So I mean, it could be that some people may have a terrible experience on there because you know they're in it for the wrong reasons. They're approaching it in a way that's less effective. But I mean, dude,
or they're just terrible people.
they're the trolls that are just, you know, under the bridge trying to slash everybody's feet off. Yeah. Oh, that was graphic. But yeah, it could be. But that wouldn't. I guess that's also kind of an approach to life. You get in it. You get out of it what you put in. Like the way you approach something has an impact on how that thing influences your experience with it. It's like a dynamic interaction. So yeah, man. Like I said, man, I'm a 40-year-old dude on this technology, you know, the social media up here trying to be like fun and silly, and it's crazy because you can be fun and you can be silly on there, and it is not weird. Yeah, it's not weird, but it's very public. It's extremely out there. Yeah. Like everybody can see it unless you specifically block it or whatever. But the whole point is connection. It's like you want people to duet with you. You want people to make comments and get in there on there. You know, and I had thought Instagram was like the most like conducive for that because that's what I was just most comfortable to. But this one, I mean, I have a connection to 1,000 people that I did not know Monday of this week. It's crazy, you know.
Wow.
So yeah,
this is actually quite interesting to me right now, specifically because I was asked to speak next week. You know, in this short video speaking. But their theme is community in Christ. And I tell you what, since I've heard it, I have been struggling with this idea because of how ambiguous the term community is now. Like, there, you know, what we knew community to be prior to and what it is now is shifted so much. So I'm like, man, like, how are we going to talk about this? And so when you're talking about TikTok, I'm just blown away by the kind of community that you're describing.
Yeah.
And whether or not that will suffice for the vacuum that human beings feel right now because of the lack of face-to-face time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Or is this something that is just right now feels really good immediately but won't have a lasting effect? And what does that look like for then human contact? Because obviously human contact for us is super important.
Yes.
Oh, man. You've got my mind moving now, man.
Good. Good, man.
I'm going to preach on TikTok next week.
Hey, tick-tockity-tock-tick. That's right, man. And
then, people are going to be like, wait, TikTok, that platform I go to look at people dancing? Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And you know what's funny? And here's the other thing that's kind of tricky on there. And this is for anybody that knows that I'm a pastor. Some of the videos that I connect with people on, you do it because it's fun and you like it and you make a good connection. And then I'll go back and listen to it later. I'll be like, oh, dude, somebody said the B word there. Oh, man,
right.
This one person said this thing. I'm like, oh, gosh, am I going to have to delete this video now because people know I'm a pastor? And I was like, and what I decided is that connection and community is going to supersede, how would I say this? Preconstructed expectations of what my role traditionally has been and what people want to dictate it to be. I'm going to say,
right.
I'm here to connect to people. I'm not here to judge them. We are going to live out community. Now I will be mindful of it. Like, I ain't gonna go there and be like, yo, every third word is the F-bomb. But community. Nah.
Community. Sex and booty. Sex and booty.
That's right.
Community.
I'm gonna have to put it up and flash it on my text every few seconds. I'm just trying to create community. No. But I will, if the majority of it is a wholesome thing, I'm gonna lean into it, man, because I feel like doing that is much closer to embodying what it means to follow Christ than to kind of just be really restrictive on, okay, I can only do this thing and only in this way. Christ is much less restrictions than freedom, liberty, and connection. So yeah.
I think that will be in good tradition with the Jesus of the Bible.
Yeah. Hung out with the prostitutes and the streets folks and whatnot, and
the streeties.
Yes. And he was good. I mean, yeah, people thought they had their thoughts about him, but he still did his thing. He still
did his thing.
Blessed.
So do your thing, man.
Do our thing. Maybe that's the takeaway for today, everybody.
Yo.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
Do your thing. That is crazy. I had a whole bunch of stuff planned that we were going to do, but the Spirit was like, no, you're going to talk about TikTok and the gospel.
Hello.
Come on, somebody. Ha. Yeah. Shamananaya Shedabadahanda. Yeah. Oh, man. That's crazy, though. But that's good. We go with the flow, man. So
it's going
to help somebody.
It helped me. I mean, I just got educated on TikTok.
Yeah. Pass that knowledge on. Pass it around. Yeah.
I might have an account by tomorrow.
Come on. You'll find it.
I'm just lying.
Like, nah, dude, I ain't got time to do that. I just got on Instagram. I'm good right now.
I barely learned Instagram like a couple months ago, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy because this stuff has been like Instagram has been around since
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it like past 10 years? More than that? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's probably been 10 years.
Maybe 10 years or around there.
Yeah, probably around 210.
I don't know how old TikTok is. It's
TikTok is
4, 5, 3.
My nephew was on TikTok close to when it began. And that was like maybe 5, 6 years ago.
Okay, yeah. But that thing blew up.
I remember him telling me, I was like, this is so stupid. No one's ever going to be on this.
Yeah. And here we all
are. My bad.
Here we all are. Yeah.
If I could have only seen the future back then.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? Because these phenomenons happen like this so much, I knew that was going to happen with this, but I just still didn't want to get on it. I just still didn't want to do it. I was like, I'm just gonna. I'm good over here. But
social media takes work.
Yeah, it does take work.
To grow and have followers.
Yeah,
listen,
it takes work. But if you like it, like for me, I love making these videos. Like you're always like, man, how do you crank out? Dude, these ideas are like what I put out is probably like 1/millionth of the ideas that pop in my head. Wow. I could probably literally sit down and make, I don't know, maybe 30 TikToks in a day just from the ideas that come in my head. And I'm like, that's too much. That's ridiculous. They're like, okay, old man, just okay.
Slow your roll.
Leave space for the rest of us. It's not that much bandwidth.
Well, I like those reels that you do for Instagram too. I mean, that's I know it's kind of a different subject.
Yeah. But actually, it is.
They're fun.
They do get connected. They do because a lot of them I'll do them on I'll do them on TikTok and then bring them over to Reels, which is the.
I watched Instagram a few years. I loved them. I thought maybe I should do a couple.
Oh, dude.
But I'll be honest, man. The work that's got to be put in.
Yeah. You gotta love it. You got to love.
Yeah, true.
Especially if you're not. I don't know how the people that go viral, like instantly. I don't know what that phenomenon is all about, but that ain't the majority of everybody. But even those people, if you don't think they're putting in work, you got to be mistaken. I mean, at least when they first started,
putting in work.
Maybe now they might be able to eat a bowl of ice cream and it get 1 million views, but before that, they had to do something. They had to do at least one thing that was like, ooh, hey, that's good. Check this person out. And then they blow up.
What I hear from all social media content creators, both big and small, one of the things that I've heard without fail in every interview I've done with all of them is consistency. Mm-hmm. That bad boy has come up almost. In fact, I think I could almost say for sure every time I've spoken with a content creator, consistency. In other words, some people go viral immediately from one video or something else, but generally the rest of them are working.
Yeah.
They're putting it out consistently every time, same time, they're just putting it out.
Yeah, man, it's a grind, but if you like it, if it's in you, like if God has placed it in you, you don't feel it as a grind. It feels very like when I make videos, it feels very natural. I don't feel forced. I don't feel like, oh man, dude, I gotta get my hours in to get those followers and whatever. It's like, no, I have an idea, I think about it, and it feel good. I get energized from connecting with people and stuff like that. So it it does happen. I do have to remind myself that I'm not in it to try to be famous or try to get clout or anything like that. It's like, look, man, just keep your focus. You can interact with people and have a good time and everything, but remember that you're here to try to make a positive influence. You try to represent God to the fullest. So just keep that in mind and don't lose yourself in all the other distractions that you could get caught in, because the way it's going right now, I would say this is actually a blessing in my life that it's like, wow, I did not expect this to at all, but God is doing everything. God is doing some good work. So
he is. One of the things that Tony said on Tuesday tea time, your cousin, he said, There'll never be enough numbers for you to chase. There'll always be one more follower you want, right? So you got to remind yourself why you're doing this and have a bigger reason than to just have a bunch of followers.
True.
So
Have an impact, man. Be good. Whatever you're doing in life, work to make an impact.
Do your thing.
Do your thing, man. Like the homie says, there's a pastor that's in down in San Diego area. Our homie Meshach Soli, his church, they have a motto: "Live to bless others." Man, that's a good way to be.
Yeah,
that's a good role model right there. So we doing that, man. We living to bless others, making that impact, doing our thing, authentically being who we are in the Lord. Yeah, feel me? All right, so that's our episode today, y'all. That's crazy. What an unexpected conversation, but okay.
That means we know what we're doing next week.
Hallelujah. That's right, yes. No, scratch that from your mind. We are very organized and planned, and we know exactly what we're doing 3 months from now. We will be on track for that. Alien invasion. That's right. Yeah, we're going to stage it right here on the Urban Prophets Podcast. It'll be a to-do guide. Right. Okay.
Still city.
Yeah.
Still truth.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna go. Well, we're gonna quit while we're ahead. If we are, in fact,
I think we're already behind.
We might have slipped back there. We probably should have stopped a couple minutes ago, but all that's past us now, guys and girls. So, peace, blessings to you.
Peace.
God love ya.
God love ya. Urban Prophets
out.
Out.
Da-da-da.